My name's Lynn Danbury, and I'm the Director of Competitive Grants and Awards for the Colorado Department of Education, and we run the Green Ribbon Schools Award Program. Well, any of the Green Ribbon Schools awardees that we put forward have to have strength in each of the three pillars that the USDE is looking for. So we have to make sure that they have a reduced environmental impact in energy conservation, IPM, those sorts of things. Have to have health and wellness for their school, for both staff and students, and have a curriculum for environmental education and sustainability education. We are able to put 5 applications forward to the USDE, and we had 4 applications that we were able to put forward that became honorees this year. We expect each of the applicants to really talk about their IPM program, and so they can talk about pest management, whether it is on their fields and their surrounding areas with trees and those sorts of things, as well as into the classrooms, and where they have don't have as much food in the classroom, those kinds of things, where they put lids on containers, where they take care of kind of critters that are out in their area, those sorts of things.
Going through the process of the Green Ribbon Schools, it was educational for me because, like I said, there's things that we were doing that we already were there. We just weren't explicit about it and didn't kind of celebrate it. We try to start every conversation and meeting here with celebrations. When I look at the whole pest management piece, one other thing, I have to give credit to our facilities department in our district because I don't have to worry so much about that. You know, a lot of that is handled through our buildings and grounds folks in the exterior. So I see it more from the educational in what goes on inside the walls kind of a thing.
We do a lot of composting and recycling. It helps reduce the rodents and pests here at Lesher. We pull out all of our trash cans from outside, right, and we consolidate it to our compost bin and a recycle bin. We added door sweeps to a majority of our doors. Our pest control is really low. I think a lot of it has to do with the cleanliness of the school too. We have custodians at night that get the trash out every night. So we all kind of try to do our part and try to concentrate on the pests. Our pesticides, our spray, we tend not to use as much as that, only on the outside perimeter for cracks and crevices, stuff like that. But overall, in general, I think we do pretty good with the IPM here at Lesher.
Okay, 9 years ago when I got here, we didn't even have screens on the windows. You want to talk pest management. So in spring and April, May, when the flowers and pollen was in the air, to have a honeybee or wasp flying through a classroom was not uncommon. So we really pushed that.
The other thing you can tell your facilities they're doing right is, see how the lights are curved on top?
Yep.
So when they're flat on top, doves and birds and stuff like to sit there and then they poop and you get all the bird poop underneath. So when they're curved, they don't like to sit there.
Gotcha.
So that's pest management too.
Yeah. No, so this is good. So I know more about pest management than I even thought I did.
See, you do.
So we replaced all of our exterior trash cans. On our patio, for example, we have this is the only, this is our recycling station right here. So we have 3 separate lunches, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and every kid has to go by the trash, hot compost, recycle bin, and then that roll-up door to the right is our wash station. So all of our kids we file through pretty much in single line. It's interesting, when I first started talking about removing trash cans, people looked at me like I was crazy, and I said, it's inefficient. Our custodian, first of all, we had 4 or 5 different trash bins right down through the middle of these picnic tables, and I said, and we wonder why kids don't follow our composting recycling we're trying to get going. And so we took them all out, and it was inconvenient at kids because we had to change their habits. We had to change their kind of lifestyle and say, no, just you're going to take your tray in anyway, just drop it right there and read the signs. And we messaged it, taught in classes. But it was interesting how routinized people get.
Yeah.
and my staff when we would have faculty meetings in our media center. And here's our single stream recycling bin, and here's our trash bin, and almost, gosh, what % of our waste is just paper in a school? And part of the Green Ribbon Schools Award was wellness. And so one of the things we've moved away from, and it's a standing agenda, a reminder on our agenda items, is encouraging teachers to use non-food rewards with kids. So you don't have, the old bag of Jolly Ranchers as a quick reward system in class for the kid who gets the question right. But it's generally around 65% diversion rate from the landfill. Yeah. So keeping the gates closed, keeping it caged up, and our A1 Organics that picks up our hot composting is another kind of component of it. So I would go to them at our team meetings and department meetings, say, talk to me, here's the pillars, this is the rubric, talk to me about it. And oh, we do that, we do that, we do that. And they started saying, I said, this is a celebration, this is a validation of the work you're doing. And there's actually a group out there, the Colorado Department of Ed, who's saying this is important. It isn't just school view and your growth and achievement scores in 3 subject areas. This is about wellness and health and wellness. So anything that could make sustainable practices, healthy practices in buildings easier in terms of resources.
I'm Clyde Wilson. I'm the Assistant School IPM Coordinator at EPA in Region 8. We have an active role in participating in the assessment teams. The assessment teams, obviously, we go out to the schools essentially to do the initial audits, to look at the issues around the school. It's about pest management, but it's also about health and wellness. Sensible Steps to Healthier Schools, which is a totally comprehensive environmental approach for the school environment. This has been one of EPA's most popular documents ever created. It was done in Region 8, actually, and now it's a national document.
This is what an elementary, middle, or high school can do right now is a quick win, a quick hit, low-hanging fruit to improve your sustainable practices in your building. It's as simple as boom, 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 boom.